Introduction: the crisis behind the controversy. Imagine a drug so powerful that just a few milligrams could mean the difference between life and death. A substance originally meant for pain relief, but now fuels an epidemic in America. That drug is fentanyl, and it has become a national crisis. But why is former US President Donald Trump so aggressive about it? Let's dive into the dark world of fentanyl and uncover the political and economic battles behind it. The reality of fentanyl: medicine or poison? Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid, primarily used in medical settings to treat severe pain, such as post-surgical recovery or cancer treatment. However, the problem arises when it's misused. Unlike common opioids, like morphine or heroin, fentanyl is estimated to be 50 to 100 times stronger, making it extremely lethal when abused. According to reports, around 200 people die daily in the US due to fentanyl overdoses. Many users don't even realize they're taking fentanyl, as it's often mixed into counterfeit pills or street drugs. Just a small miscalculation can lead to fatal consequences. A historical perspective: the Opium Wars reimagined. To understand the political side of this crisis, let's rewind to the 19th century Opium Wars. The British Empire exported opium to China, leading to widespread addiction. This weakened China so much that it lost control of its economy and military, eventually ceding Hong Kong to the British. Fast forward to today, and some analysts suggest a modern parallel. The US is now facing its own addiction crisis, and many believe foreign suppliers play a role in it. Could fentanyl be America's opium? And is Trump's aggressive stance a move to prevent history from repeating itself? The supply chain, a deadly global business. Fentanyl's journey into the US often begins in China, where raw materials are produced. These ingredients then travel to Canada and Mexico, where they are processed into fentanyl before being smuggled into America. Unlike traditional drugs like cocaine or heroin, fentanyl doesn't require vast farmlands, can be synthesized in a small lab, making production difficult to track. Moreover, the profit margins are astronomical. While traditional drug cartels need to smuggle tons of plant-based narcotics, fentanyl is so potent that just a few kilograms can supply an entire city, making it the perfect product for the black market. Trump's strategy: economic warfare. Seeing the devastation fentanyl causes, Trump decided to take drastic measures. His approach wasn't just about law enforcement. It was about hitting suppliers where it hurts: their wallets. Tariffs on China, Canada, and Mexico. Trump believed that by imposing tariffs, he could pressure these countries to crack down on fentanyl production and trafficking, closing legal loopholes. Previously, small shipments under $800 could enter the US duty-free. Trump eliminated this exemption, making it harder for traffickers to smuggle fentanyl in low quantities. Tough talk with Canada. Trump even accused Canada of being a fentanyl hub, claiming Mexican drug cartels were now operating there. This forced Canadian leaders to defend their stance publicly. A battle with no easy solution. Despite these efforts, the fentanyl crisis remains unsolved. Even if one supply route is shut down, another emerges. The demand is simply too high, and organized crime is too adaptable. It's like cutting the head off a hydro. Another one grows in its place. Take, for example, Silk Road 2.0. An underground online marketplace where illicit substances including fentanyl were sold anonymously. Even after authorities shut it down, new dark web markets quickly took its place. This demonstrates that as long as there is demand, there will always be supply. Lessons to take away. So, what can we learn from this? 3 key takeaways. A crisis of demand, not just supply. Focusing only on stopping suppliers won't fix the problem. Addressing addiction through rehabilitation and education is just as crucial. Economic power as a weapon. Trump's use of tariffs shows how economic leverage can be just as effective as military or police action in fighting illegal trade. History tends to repeat itself. The fentanyl crisis mirrors past drug wars, proving that nations must learn from history to prevent making the same mistakes. Fentanyl is not just a drug, it's a weapon that is reshaping global politics and economics. Whether Trump's strategies will have a lasting impact or not, one thing is clear: this is a battle far from over.